What's up, friends? So I wanted to jump on here today and talk about something that I think is probably really common. So I was having a conversation with somebody last week about my programs, and she is actually in another, like she's doing a meal prep class, whatever. She's in another program right now, and she's curious about my program, right? Because my program feels a little different, it looks a little different, it sounds a little different. So her and I were talking about what it looks like to work together. And she said something to me that is kind of along the lines of the post that I made today, which is like, hey, are you subconsciously sabotaging your results? And what I mean by that is, what she said to me was, I'm following this meal plan, but I know it's not gonna work with the holidays coming up. As soon as everything opens and quarantine's over, I know I'm not gonna be able to stick to this plan. So what I said to her was, if you don't believe it's gonna work, why would it work? Right? It sounds so simple, but even if you're like, I'm doing all the right things, I'm doing this stuff, I'm following this plan, right? If you're consciously or subconsciously believe it's not gonna work, it's definitely not gonna work, right, guys? And so this doesn't have to be a conscious thing. So oftentimes, right, we try on one diet. So maybe we tried keto and we're just like, oh, it didn't work, but I'm gonna try it again. Oh, I can't stick to it, but I'm gonna try it again because it worked for Susie, it worked for Sarah, whatever, right? And we keep going back to these same things. In the back of your mind, you know you've already failed with it, and so it's not gonna work. You've already set yourself up to fail. Your mind is incredibly powerful, whether you believe it or not. What you think about, you bring about, right? And so one of the things I 100% of the time ask people when I am on the phone with them is if they are ready to actually commit and take action. Like, are you in? Are you all freaking in? Because at the end of the day, if I hear something like, if it works, or I'm not sure, I'm not ready, then I actually won't even allow them into my programs. I will not coach with them, because what your mind, consciously or unconsciously, if you don't think something's gonna work, it's not gonna work. And so if something has failed you before, your subconscious knows it didn't work. And so whether you're consciously like, I'm gonna push through, I'm gonna try it again, I just gotta try harder, your brain's like, yeah, we've been down this road before, this shit doesn't work. Like, and it's gonna half-ass, your body's gonna half-ass it. Your body's just along for the ride, guys. Your body is not in charge, your brain is in charge. Your body's just like going with the flow, it does whatever your brain tells it. And so this might not be something that you are consciously thinking. You might be like, no, I'm gonna do it again. Your brain is like, yeah, we've been down this road before, and like last time it didn't work, so like this is freaking stupid, and like, okay, like rah, let's go for it. But in the back of your mind, you're already setting yourself up for failure, right? And so it's just something to think about, because I do talk to a lot of people that are in other programs and they say things like this, right? Like, I know it's not gonna work for the holidays. I know it's not gonna work long term. I'm just gonna try again. I'm just gonna. And it's like, if these things have failed, your subconscious knows that it's not gonna work again. And so your brain is just like, all right, whatever. It's gonna like go along for a little bit and like humor you, but it's like that best friend that's like, really, you're gonna call this guy again? Like, we've been down this road before. Like, I know what's gonna happen, but go ahead, drunk text him, right? And the same shit happens every time. So anyways, I wanted to come on and talk to you guys about that, because I hear this so often, and I don't think that you guys realize how powerful your mind is in energy and in weight loss. And if you are doing something that has failed, you are doing something that stresses you out, that makes you miserable, you are not gonna stick with it. You are not gonna have success with it. Your body is not going to do it, because your brain is in charge. Your body is not in charge. Your body is just along for the ride. So it's gotta be up here. You've gotta know, you've gotta be absolutely freaking sure, like, yes, this is different. I am gonna go for this. This is absolutely gonna work. And then you know what? It absolutely will freaking work. But if you're starting off with something and you're like, hey, I know this isn't a lifestyle. Hey, I know this isn't long term. Hey, I know this hasn't worked for me before. Hey, I know this won't work when the holidays come up. Like, you're literally setting yourself up for a self-fulfilling prophecy. You're setting yourself up for failure, right? And so I don't remember who said it. I think maybe it was like Henry Ford or something, right? If you think you can, you're right. If you think you can't, you're right. And so something for you guys to think about today, because yeah, I've been hearing it a lot lately. So just something to give you guys to think about. So that is it. I hope everybody has an amazing Thursday.